Hi, everyone, welcome to Style3D channel. In this video, I'll show you how to make 3D makeup and hair. So let's get started. First, introduce a model in ancient costume. Open the reference picture to see the effect to be made, including makeup and hair. Let's draw makeup first, because the model's hair has a blocking effect on the face. Will affect the production. So we need to remove the hair first. Select hair as none. Then we need to fine-tune the face. As can be seen from the reference figure, the model's face is relatively wide. So we chose the model. Click Edit Avatar. Find the face in the size column. Adjust its size to 0.36. After adjusting the basic parts of the model, we began to modify the makeup for the model. Select the model's face. Click on the texture picture to open the folder where the facial texture is located. You can copy the texture picture into your own folder, then modify it. You can also click the PS button at the back. Go directly to PS to modify. Here I use the copy and paste method to get the texture picture of the model's face. Copy and paste the texture map into my own folder. Then drag the map to PS to open it. At the same time, two reference drawings are dragged in, which is convenient for us to view while making. First, brighten the skin color of the model. Click the layer effects and select the curves. Drag the curves up. Brighten the skin color of the model appropriately, because the model's skin color is gray. Add vibrance to it. Increase the overall saturation value. Finally, add hue or saturation. Input hue is -3 and saturation is 5. Make the model's skin color tend to pink. We use this method to change the overall characteristics of the model. Helps to quickly adjust the color of the body in the future. Then use the shortcut key Ctrl+Shift+Alt+E. Stamp a new layer. After the overall skin tone adjustment is completed, we modify the makeup of the model by parts. First, make eyebrows. We can see that the model's eyebrows are curved in the reference picture. There is a great arc, and the distance from the eyes is relatively large. We choose the filter Liquify. Then we push our eyebrows up. Make it thinner as a whole. And increase its curvature. At the same time, deal with the chop suey fur of the eyebrows. Here, we need to make careful adjustments to prevent excessive eyebrow deformation caused by too much operation. Uncheck the preview to see the effect before and after the change. Click OK after the adjustment is appropriate. Then we export the picture first. Choose File Export as. Click Export directly. Select the location we want to save. And name the file. Here it is named 1. Preserve. Every time we modify a local part, we can export the picture first. Then import it into Style3D to see the effect. This can help us find problems quickly and get timely modification in PS. We switch to Style3D. Click the plus sign behind the texture to pop up the folder. Then open the folder where we just saved the picture. Copy the picture. Paste it into the folder of texture map. And select to open. We can see that the skin of the model's face has changed to some extent. The eyebrow shape has also changed. But the previous eyebrows and the existing eyebrows overlap. We selected the previous eyebrows. Reduce the intensity of its transparent map to 0. We can see that the original eyebrows of the model have disappeared. Open the reference picture to observe and compare. It can be found that the curvature of the upper end of the eyebrows is not enough now. And the arc is not beautiful, and the sides of the eyebrows are not sharp enough. Therefore, we need to modify it. Enter PS and turn on Liquify. Push the front of the model's eyebrows. Make it more slender. Then slightly modify the radian of eyebrows. Enter after the modification is completed. Export the picture again. Replace the pictures in the original folder. Copy a new picture. And paste it into the folder of texture map. Replace and open the previous picture. We can see that the eyebrows now meet the requirements. Then we will make the eyebrows on the other side. Because the model's face is basically symmetrical, so we can copy and paste directly. To generate eyebrows on the other side, use Lasso tool to frame the area around eyebrows. Click Select Modify Feather. Blur the edges of the selection. This will make the copied edges softer. Modify the value to 30. Click OK. The shortcut key, Ctrl+J, copies the eyebrows in the selection. Drag it horizontally to the other eyebrow. Shortcut key Ctrl+T, Free Transform. Right-click and select Flip Horizontal. Turn it over. Move eyebrows to make them symmetrical. After the eyebrows are made, let's draw the eyeshadow part of the model. Here, we use the pen tool to draw shapes to quickly form eyeshadow areas. You can also use the brush tool to draw directly. After sketching the approximate eyeshadow area, modifying its color is similar to the reference picture. Select the blend mode as multiply. Let the underlying skin texture show up. Open the properties bar. Increase its feather value. Soften the edges of eyeshadow. At present, the color of the bottom eyeshadow is a little dark. Let's lighten it a little. Just a little pink. Next, draw a second layer of eyeshadow to aggravate the eye effect. The area is smaller than the first layer of eyeshadow, and mainly concentrated in the eye tail position. Repeat the previous setup operation. Soften the eyeshadow area. Use the direct selection tool to adjust the shape of eyeshadow. Make its position more suitable and its shape more beautiful. At present, the color of the second layer is a little light. Modify color. After the eyeshadow is drawn, add blusher. Also use the pen tool to draw. Blush has 2 layers. Let's draw a larger layer of the side face area first. After the drawing is completed, we change its blend mode to multiply and feather it to some extent. Blush is relatively light in color. We set the color to light pink. Then modify the shape of the blush. Make its position and size similar to those in the reference drawing. After the blush on the cheek is drawn, add blush in face. Here we can draw directly with the ellipse tool. Feather the shape. And adjust the blend mode. Blush color is dark at present. We choose a purplish color and lighten it. After making blush and eyeshadow, we export the picture. Enter the corresponding folder of Style3D. Paste and replace the picture. As we can see, a new makeup has appeared on the model's face. At present, the edge of the second layer of eyeshadow is relatively stiff, and the blush area is not large enough. The overall blush color is light. So we go back to PS. Select the upper eyeshadow first. Increase its feather value until its edge is soft. Then using the direct selection tool, enlarge the range of blush area so that it can cover the temple area, and darken it. Export the texture image again. Use the same operation to import into Style3D. Compared with the reference picture, the makeup of the model now meets the effect. Next, draw the black eyeliner of the model. It starts from the inner corner of the eye and continues to the end of the eye, and is in the shape of a small hook at the end of the eye. There is also a half eyeliner at the lower eyelid, so this area can be drawn together. Use the pen tool around the double eyelids and the surrounding dark parts. Draw the shape of the eyeliner roughly. Then add a black fill to it. Adjust the shape of eyeliner with direct selection tool to make the lines smoother and more beautiful. Export the picture after adjustment. Replace the facial texture in Style3D. The observation results show that the lower eyeliner is too close to the eyes. The curvature of the end of the eye is not enough and it is relatively thick. Go back to PS and adjust the eyeliner. First, drag the sharp point of the lower eyeliner down, away from the eyes. Then adjust the curvature of the end of the eye. At the same time, reduce the thickness of it. Export the replacement again for viewing. It can be found that the current eyeliner has met the effect requirements. Next, we draw lipstick. Observation reference diagram. The model's lipstick is only applied to the middle part of her lips and has obvious lip peak. Use the pen tool to draw from the corners of the mouth. Draw the upper lip first. Add color to the lip and change its blend mode to multiply. Modify the color to make it close to the reference picture effect. Then we use the direct selection tool. Roughly adjust the shape of the lips first. Make it roughly symmetrical left and right. Add a certain feather to the lipstick. Make its edge not too stiff. After the upper lip is drawn, draw the lower lip in the same way. The lower lip is thicker than the upper lip. Therefore, we should also draw the corresponding form. Do the same to adjust the color of lip. Use the direct selection tool to adjust the shape of the lips. We export the picture after it is finished. Replace the original model makeup effect. Now the lower lip is too thick and the upper lip is too thin. And the curvature of the lip line is not very full. Let's go back to PS and then adjust the lipstick shape again. Move the lowest point of the lower lip up. The peak of the upper lip also moves up. Then adjust the overall shape of the lips. Make it fuller and smoother. In the present picture, we can also see the original lip shape of the model, so we need to remove it. Choose a piece of skin with even color around lips. Use the lasso toolbox, select an area, and feather it. Copy out the picture of the selection. Move to the area above the lips and cover it. At present, the overall skin color in this area is bright. So choose image adjustment levels. Move the left slider to reduce the brightness of the skin. And add a mask to the layer. Use the brush tool to erase the surrounding area, so that the two skins can be better fused together. Next, draw the darker shadow part of the oral fissure area. Deepen the color and increase a certain feather value, so the dark part is also drawn. After adjusting the lips, we export the picture. Enter Style3D to see the effect. Now the lips have met our requirements. Let's draw the flowers on the forehead of the model. Namely this part. Draw a light base first. Draw a rough shape with a pen tool. Adjust colors, shapes, etc. Here used light pink purple as the base. Then according to the shape of the flower, draw the bar above. I divided it into 3 parts. Draw the longest line first. Change the color to red and add a little feather. Then draw a relatively short arc above. Do same adjustment to it. Finally, draw the shortest arc sandwiched in the middle. Adjust it. After all 3 parts are drawn, we will make careful adjustments to it. Modify their positions, angles, and specific forms. As can be seen from the reference figure, the shape in front of the flower is rather empty, so we have to carry on the local virtual treatment to it. Select the longest line layer and add a mask to it. Use the brush tool to locally erase its front end. Export the current flower effect picture. Enter Style3D to see the effect. This can help us quickly confirm the shortcomings in the current picture. We can see that the angle of the 2 small lines above is too large. Should be close to the longest curve. And the overall shape is too large and the edge is too stiff. Let's go back to PS. Rotate the 2 small lines above, while increasing their feather values. The color is also highlighted. Look at the effect in 3D again. It is found that the distance between the longest line and the eyebrows is too large. So we adjust the radian of the curve to be relatively flat. Readjust the blurry effect in front of the line. Make the transition soft and not hard. Adjust the position of the 2 small lines above. Then export the picture. Import to Style3D. Now the overall flower shape is very beautiful. But its background color is light at present. So let's deepen its color. Next, we draw a dot next to the corners of the mouth. Use the ellipse tool to draw a circle of suitable size above the corners of the mouth. Add a little blur to it. Then export the picture. Enter Style3D to replace makeup. We can see that the current dot position is on the upper side as a whole. And the background color on the forehead is too big. So let's first move the dot in the corner of our mouth inward and downward. And the shape of the ground color at the forehead is reduced and flattened as a whole. Export the picture again to see the current effect. Has generally met the requirements. Observe the whole makeup. Then make some detailed modifications and optimizations to the makeup, such as the shape and color of lips. At present, there is still a lack of EGOCell parts. So we use the pen tool to draw the shape of the EGOCell. Its color can be a relatively dark color in the skin. Increase the value of blur. Soften its edges. Export the picture to see the effect. It is found that the shape of the cell is not full enough. Back to PS. Enlarge the bottom of the shape. After all the makeup on one side is drawn and adjusted, Ctrl+J copies the other half. Move the makeup to the symmetrical side. Export pictures to see the effect. We can see that the makeup is more comprehensive now. But we still need to modify some details and add contour. Make the makeup more stereoscopic and exquisite. Based on the initial makeup, add a blank layer. Then use the brush tool to draw the contour. Absorb the color of the model's skin. Add shadows to a character's cheeks and nose. Pay attention to the color chosen to be close to people's skin. And the transition should be natural. Every part of makeup needs repeated observation and careful adjustment in order to achieve the desired effect. Okay, after the drawing is completed, we import the pictures into Style3D for viewing. This is the final makeup effect. However, it can be seen that the skin color difference between the model's face and body is too large. Therefore, the texture color of body parts also needs to be modified. We select the body and click on the texture. Open the folder where it is located. Copy the texture picture and paste it into your own folder. Drag the texture of the body into PS to open it. Select the 3 layers that were originally used for face color matching. Drag it to the body file to add it. We can see that the skin color of the body parts has changed accordingly. In this way, we quickly changed the color of the body. Make it match the color of the face. Save the file. Export the picture. Import into Style3D for replacement. Now the whole body color has been very fit. Next, we make model's hair. First, open the reference picture and have a look at the effect of the hairstyle we want to make. Looking at the picture, we can find that the hairstyles are mainly divided into 3 parts. First is a bun with 3 red hair ropes in front. Their structures are basically similar, so we can use the same model to make it. The second is 2 symmetrical bun on the top of the head. The third is braid on both sides. Let's make it in this order. Now the model is bald. Therefore, the underlying hair should be added first. We choose a low ponytail, because this hairstyle best meets the desired effect at present. Then we build a new hairstyle based on this hairstyle, according to the observation of the previous reference figures. It is found that the shape of the front bun is similar to that of the bow. So we try to make hair with bows. Click on the Resource Library Online asset. Into the clouds. Search for bows and download the appropriate styles of it. Because I have downloaded it here, I won't give a demonstration. Open the bow folder in trims. Double-click the most standard and simple bow type to add it. We selected the bow as a whole. Rotate to the horizontal position. And move it to the corresponding area above the head. Turn off Hide Style3D. Unfreeze the fabric at both ends. Simulation, make its shape more natural and true. Pull the ends of the bow to make it more beautiful. It can be seen that the bun in the reference picture should be very thick. But the current fabric is too thin. We add some extra render thickness. Pay attention to control the thickness here. Avoid the bow and the middle hair ring, turn up model penetration. Simulate and see the effect. After the shape is generally beautiful. Turn off Hide Style3D. Let's add the texture of hair to it. First, add a new fabric to the fabric column. Name it hair. Change the fabric color to black. Assign to pattern. Observe the effect of hairstyle again. Seen from the side view, it is found that the overall width is too large. Therefore, we appropriately reduce the height of the hair piece. Unfreeze the patterns on both sides and simulate them. And continue to increase the extra render thickness. Freeze the pattern. Unfreeze the middle pattern. Delete the upper fix pin. Select the bun as a whole and move it up slightly. Avoid during the simulation, the hair and the cage are penetration. Cause the pattern to be unstable. Hair bands and hair appear model penetration. Increase the extra collision thickness of the hair. Simulate again so that the model penetration disappears. Reduce the width of the hairband appropriately. After the treatment, move the bun down to the joint head. Add a new fabric named red. Then change its color to a darker red. Select the hairband pattern and assign to pattern. Simulate again and adjust the shape of the pattern to make it more beautiful. At present, hair has no texture. We need to add it to make the hair feel more real. Select the model's own low ponytail. Click the normal map. Copy the picture and paste it into our own folder. Texture map and specular map are also obtained in the same way. Next, we add various maps to the bun in turn. Add texture map first. Because the background color is too deep, the effect of texture mapping is not obvious. So let's turn the color gray to see the effect. We can see that the direction of the texture is wrong now. So we click on the image editor at the back. Edit the size and angle of the texture. Lighten the background color of the pattern. This is conducive to our observation. Rotate the picture 90 degrees. Pay attention to check Sync 3D here. And enlarge it to ensure that most of the patterns have obvious hair texture. After editing, click Apply. Then add a normal map. Also use the image editor to adjust it. Finally, add specular map to make the hair have highlights. After all the maps are added, we will change the hair color back to black. This way, the bun has a real hair effect. The first bun is made. Next, let's make the longitudinal bun on the front two sides. Copy and paste a bow directly. Move it to a suitable position. Hide the pattern of the hair ring. And add fix pin at the center of the inner side. Ensure that its position does not change. Simulate and adjust the bun shape. Because the thickness of the bun on the forehead is small, we reduce the overall height of the pattern. And the bun is asymmetric, small overall and large underneath. So we shorten the length of one side of the pattern. And modify the radian of the edge. Resimulate. At present, the pattern is very unstable. delete the extra pins. Display the hairband pattern and move the hair into the hairband. Simulate and adjust the bun shape. Freeze it after it is beautiful. Move to one side of the forehead. Because the width of the hair rope in the front bun is smaller, so we reduce the width of the pattern. Unfreeze and simulate. Tighten the hairband, while shortening the length of the middle part of the hair pattern. Simulate, pull the pattern to a suitable position and adjust the shape. Add fixed pin to the part with proper shape. After the shape adjustment of the bun is completed, it is frozen. Unfreeze hairbands. Tighten it. Increase the extra render thickness of the hair pattern. Move the bun to the right position. We can see that the bun on the front side is relatively small at present. Select and click the scale corner in the upper right corner. Enlarge the hole and adjust the size to fit, so that one side of the bun is finished. Then we can directly symmetry pattern with seam. Just move to the right position. So the first part of the hairstyle is finished. Next, make the second part, that is, 2 big buns on the top of the head. Observing its style, we can find that it is very similar to the bun we just made. Just take half of them to make. Therefore, we reproduce a bun pattern on the front side. Rotate to change the angle. Delete the redundant pattern, because there is a ponytail hairstyle below as a cover. Therefore, the pattern can be directly inserted into the hair of the model. Adjust the position first. This bun seems to have too little hair at present. We change its visual effect by increasing its extra render thickness. Due to the operation just now, the overall width of the pattern is also widened visually. Therefore, we need to adjust the size of the pattern. Lower its true height. After adjusting one side of the pattern, we directly symmetry pattern with seam. Move the pattern to the appropriate position. The hole is still too small, so let's enlarge these 2 bun. Finally, deal with the angle and distance between them, so the bun on the top of the head is finished. Then we'll make braids on both sides. The effect can be made with reference to this picture. It is in the shape of a circle, because the braid is a section. As long as we take out a small piece of it, we can make a hole. Braid can also be made directly by previous bun. We still copy a front pattern. Move it to a suitable position. Delete the redundant pattern and parts, and only keep half a bun shape. Reduce the height of the pattern. Simulate, freeze it when the hairstyle is suitable. Add a certain extra render thickness. Here we need to make repeated adjustments to ensure that the shape of braid can be close to reality. Rearrange it. So our little braid is finished. Copy and paste it. Move its position to make the connection between braids natural and smooth. The next step is to repeat the operation. Copy and paste, adjust the position. Pay attention to the relationship between the braids. Ensure that it is beautiful when observed in all directions. Let's speed up the progress here. After the half-side braid ring is made, directly frame it and symmetry pattern with seam. Adjust the position of the pattern on the other side, so that it can beautify the model's head shape well. The hairstyle on the front side of the model is finished. Then we need to deal with the ponytail at the back of the head, because its shape doesn't match the current hairstyle. We need to make a new hairstyle to cover it. Copy the pattern of the bun on the top of the head. Use it to hide the ponytail that comes with the model. Move it to a suitable position until it completely covers the ponytail shape. This way, the hairstyle is finished. Finally, let's add some decorations to the model. First, add an appropriate style of earrings. Move to the position of the earlobe of the model. Then copy the earrings on the other side. Move to the corresponding position. Next, add hair accessories. This is the hairpin model file I downloaded from other websites. Put it in a suitable and beautiful position. Because only one is monotonous, let's copy another one. Place it on the lower front side. Increase the overall sense of hierarchy. Add another style of hairpins on the other side. Make the hair accessories echo left and right, and the shape is more beautiful and rich. So the hair accessories are added. Rotate and see the overall effect. Finally, you can also follow your own ideas. Modify the emotion in the Edit Model's Emotion column. For example, changing the height of the model's eyebrows, the shape of eyes, etc. Make the model more agile. I won't modify the emotion here. Let's render it and see the final effect. That's it guys, and I hope some of the tips will help your modeling work. If you like what we do, please liking, commenting and sharing this video. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you in next video. Goodbye.